It's your girl, VK. We're going to talk about calling upon demons before you've met them. So, let's say hypothetically, you've never summoned and spoken to Satan. Is it okay for you to perform a spell where you call upon Satan? Yes. All my experience points to yes. Um, I think I called on a Maimon, we'll say about 40 times before I ever saw him. There's this chant in uh, Liber Azerate where you vibrate the names of four demons. It's like Paimon, Orions, a Maimon, and one other demon. I don't remember how the chant goes, but by using that chant, I called on Paimon very many times before I met him, and that didn't result in any problem for me. Um, I still, to this day, have not sat down and spoken with a Maimon. If you've seen the channeled correspondences for pagan divinities on my WordPress, you know that I've channeled his attributions like element, planet, etc. I've seen him once, but I've called on him many times without having met him. Um, and that's quite normal. You could I believe I called on Hecate to enchant uh, our first Ouija board without having ever met her and having barely ever called upon her before. Um, that went well. It was very effective. Um, I knew a dude who asked me like what to do to get out of the legal problems he was facing. I told him to evoke Belial, and I learned that Belial specializes in resolving legal problems from EA Coetting, so credit where credit's due. I don't know the man, I'm not name dropping. So I told him to call on Belial, evoke Belial, as in summon him. The man was not comfortable with evocation, so what he did is he brought a quartz crystal to him, with him, to the court hearing, and called to Belial through the crystal to make sure his legal problems were resolved. And he reports wonderful results. So, is it wrong to call on a spirit to help you with this or that before you've met them? Absolutely not, in my experience. Um, I'm sure it's probably, well, I mean, if you're a beginning witch, no one expects you to start with evocation. Nobody. Granted, if you're my apprentice, your first ritual is going to be an evocation of four or more demons. But I said apprentice, colleague. I don't call people apprentices anymore. I thought back to times when I called people apprentices. But if you're someone I was initiating, then your first ritual is probably going to be an evocation of four demons. Assuming that I'm initiating you in person instead of over video chat. And yes, you can perform rituals with someone over video chat. I've done it many times, and it works phenomenally. It works. It works. That surprised me too, but yes, it works. Um, so if you're a beginning witch, the gods do not expect you to start the craft with a evocation or invocation. You can just call on that deity for a spell. And if you do have respect for them, I'm sure it'll go very well. So if you're nervous at all, just make an offering. Keep in mind, demons and other spirits, other gods, I should say, require offerings for sustenance, but a demon will only demand that you give them an offering if something is wrong on your end, but they're still willing to work with you. So if you're uncomfortable working with the spirit you haven't summoned and spoken to and introduced yourself to, just make an offering. Even that is probably unnecessary. But hey, if you want to go better safe than sorry, you can make a little offering. Pour a little beer out in the grass and like a libation and offer it to them, or burn a stick of incense as an offering to them, light a candle as an offering to them, write a poem and offer it to them. There's a million different types of offerings you can give. Anyways, that's all for now. Have a great night and enjoy your immortality.